Hi muckers, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all having the best day ever. Thank you so much for clicking on my video today. I really appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you choosing to spend even a little portion of your day, your night, wherever, what time of the day you're watching. Thank you for being here. Okay, if you're aware, on my channel right now, we are doing a little thing where we are revisiting all of the Shane Dawson documentaries, the series, and we are going back and we are reviewing them. Now, the final part of the Graveyard Girl Bunny series is coming tonight. It will be coming after this video, but I thought that there is a really big drama that is happening right now that I just need to interrupt in the middle of the flow of them videos to tell you about, because it's something that has surprised me but also hasn't surprised me, and there's a big conversation going on online about this, and there's also a big conversation happening behind the scenes with all of the drama channels, because I don't know if you know this, but a lot of the drama channels, we all talk behind the scenes. We talk about the drama, we talk about things that we think are going to happen, we give our opinions on different things. We have different little group chats, and this was something that we had all kind of been talking about for the past couple months, and we all didn't know if it was ever going to happen, but we were trying to figure out the next career paths that Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star were going to have to do, and they have done the one which is coming together again and like reigniting 2019, and I don't know if I'm surprised or not, but anyway, I do want to remind you as well that 55% of my regular audience are not subscribed to my, my channel. So if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, you've been unsubscribed from YouTube, I would really appreciate you joining, becoming a mucker. Thank you so much. Okay, so I have a lot to get through whenever it comes to like receipts for this. Wow, I haven't said receipts unironically in a long time. Wow. So if you remember, Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star professionally have had a very interesting career together. In 2018, Shane and Jeffree did the series together that was kind of humanizing Jeffree Star, and this was so that Jeffree Star's career could be, saved, could be almost like polished in a different way by Shane Dawson, who was very loved, very adored. I know, very ironic that Shane Dawson could save someone else's career. That was what we were dealing with back in 2018. And anyway, this series was basically showing that Jeffree has been through so much. He's a really strong person. And again, this series was very much so lingering into then Shane and Jeffree working together. So they knew when they made this 2018 series that they were eventually going to work together on a makeup product. It's even hinted at it in the series. So for that makeup product to do really well, Shane Dawson needed the general public to like Jeffree Star and for him not to be seen as a controversial figure anymore. So what did he do? He made a series making Jeffree look like a good person, and then they came out with the series working on the makeup together, and by that stage, people already loved Shane, and now they loved Jeffree. So it was a very smart, tactical move that I don't think a lot of us picked up on in the moment, but I guess looking back on it now, we can very much so see it. So the 2018 series happened, the 2019 series happened, which was the one about the conspiracy palette, which was just the promotion for it. Whenever you look back on it, there was nothing of substance in that series other than every single week there was like an hour-long episode coming out that was just like a trailer for a makeup palette that eventually you could get. And the overall series was trying to make it seem like you and I were a part of the makeup journey. So when the product came out, we would feel left out if we didn't buy it, because we almost felt like we worked on it together with Shane and Jeffree, which again was a very smart, manipulative selling technique, but it's smart nonetheless. I mean, look how much money they made from it. So then after that series was whenever Shane and Jeffree's careers and friendship were being tested a little bit. It was whenever the drama with Tati Westbrook was happening, and it was kind of on a new flip of the coin, where people went from saying that Shane and Jeffree are the best people in the beauty community to saying that they are the worst people in the beauty community. We are aware of this. People started looking at it a little bit further. They started realizing that Shane had been shady, that Jeffree had been shady, that Jeffree was shady all along, that Shane was shady all along. A lot of people were choosing James's side, but more importantly, a lot of people were choosing Tati Westbrook's side, which was that Tati Westbrook was used by Jeffree and Shane as kind of like a scapegoat to kind of take the fall, take the drama, and then they'll be really successful with the conspiracy palette. Her career will be in shambles. They were the ones that kind of hinted at her to do this video. They were the one feeding her information about James, making her feel really bad about herself so that she would crack, and that's what she did. She eventually did. But whenever that all started getting exposed, Shane and Jeffree's friendship was at its worst publicly. They literally could not even post about each other without just being attacked, and new videos showing up, and then the conspiracy, and people choosing Taddy's side, and people exposing their involvement in the James thing, and how they were the worst in the beauty community all along. Like this full circle moment, which is ironic. Sorry, I'm trying to give the entire timeline here for people who don't know, because I know there is a lot of people who don't know the entire thing. And then we skip forward, and this was around the time then that Shane and Jeffree were cancelled off the internet, and I mean cancelled, which was the summer of 2020. Shane went into hiding, Jeffree didn't go into hiding. He was making regular videos, regular content. He made this sit-down apology video in which he deflected on all the things he did by using the Black Lives Matter movement, by basically being like, you want to call me out? Focus on Black Lives Matter next time, and don't be calling me out for my racist behavior or problematic behavior. And it was one of the most disgusting moves he's ever done in his entire career. He did that, and then Shane was getting more criticism for things Jeffree was doing, Jeffree for Shane. They really didn't speak about each other for quite some time on the internet, and then whenever they did, it was always at a distance. A while ago, I don't know if you remember, they filmed a video together where they were talking about their makeup being at Nordstrom, which is like the TJ Maxx, like discounted stores that Jeffree said his makeup would never be at. The conspiracy launch and entire collection and all of Jeffree's stuff was at Nordstrom Rack, which is like the really cheap version, which I shop at TJ Maxx, so I mean, I don't like when people shade it, because like that's where I get most of my shit, but anyway, like come on here. Fucking. So anyway, they did a video where it was supposed to be a collab. They were going to talk about what happened and why it was there after them saying that their makeup would never be there. Did it flop? And it wasn't actually a collab. They teased it as a collab. Jeffree and Shane were in the thumbnail. It looked like Shane was there. And when you watch the video, for the last like 30 seconds, Shane's on like a FaceTime call, and that's it. So they really haven't spoken publicly a lot since that. They've kind of just been minding their own business. But now, whenever I log onto my Instagram and I see this on Shane Dawson's story that says, Yaks out of the bag, tags Jeffree, Ryland, and Chris, the filmer. We see Jeffree right here. We see Chris right there. We see Prissy Ryland in the back. And then we see Shane right there, which is very terrifying. But we have all of them right here. So Yaks out of the bag. So they're there. They are filming. There is something being filmed. And then we have this TikTok that Jeffree posted, which got a lot of engagement, obviously, because people never thought that we would see them together again. Here it is.
Hey y'all, this isn't Yellowstone, but we're here at the Star Yak Ranch, and we have a visitor who came all the way from Colorado. I just wanted to see my people.
Yeah.
Yes. Shane's mingling with the yaks, and he's gonna see which one he wants for dinner tonight. Oh.
Alright, so we have that, and then we have Jeffree talking about the day on his Instagram story, and then we're gonna talk. So we're gonna watch this, and then we're gonna talk. So Jeffree posted this.
Everyone, we took Maddie to the airport at 5 a.m. I fed the dogs, I went back to sleep. I never go back to sleep, but baby, just feeling exhausted. I still have a lot more TikToks and transformations to do. I'm probably going to be wearing 3 wigs today.
Life's hard, Jeffree, isn't it? What a busy day. 3 wigs.
So much is going on here at the ranch. Besides working the yaks, on all the businesses. But being busy and chaotic is where I thrive. So let me get onto it. Oh, hey, y'all. I just posted a new TikTok transformation. Go check it out! Oh, hi, guys. It has been a crazy last few days. Shane and Ryland and Chris and Boom and Jay and Maddie, they all will be leaving Wyoming in the morning. I need a nap, bitch.
This is my favorite thing about Jeffree's stories, where he'll literally just be talking in a video and the next one will be like him being like a boomerang. Like, he could literally film, he always does this where he's like, I'm crying and I'm so upset and this is the worst day ever, and it's like, and then we'll cut to like a boomerang, or like showing off his nails, like this is a fucking boomerang. I love it. Anyway, let's talk about this in retrospect. Shane and Jeffree will probably never work with other YouTubers again. Whether they want to or not is a question, but there are no real YouTubers or mainstream media people that will really want to work with them anymore, considering their reputation. The same thing with Trisha Paytas. All they have is each other, and they know this. Shane Dawson for so long has been trying to like clear his image with like the new podcast and stuff, which is like the weirdest thing to me that he would now go back to Jeffree. However, no it's not, because Shane Dawson's podcast is not as successful as what his videos used to be, or even what his last podcast, like how successful that was. Jeffree, his videos are doing terribly. No one's really talking about Jeffree Star anymore. They know that if they come back together, they're both irrelevant on their own. Let's be honest. But if they come together, it'll reignite drama and nostalgia. And that is the two things, especially nostalgia, that as a YouTuber of that generation specifically, you will depend on for clicks. We're also, this is a little bit of like insight into being a YouTuber, we are entering the period of time where you will make more money on YouTube than what you did in months prior. The first half of the year on YouTube, you really don't make any money. I'm gonna be honest with you. The ad rates are not great. Towards the end of the year is whenever more people are watching YouTube. Advertisements are paying a lot more money because they want you to buy gifts for like upcoming festive seasons. So the second half of the year is when you make more money on YouTube. Do I believe that Shane and Ryland have probably filmed like 1 or 2 videos at the Yak? Yes. Do I believe that's going to be it? No. Do I believe Shane literally a couple days ago said that he's starting to make his next series, and Jeffree posts this? Do I believe that even if it's not what they're filming now, that eventually they will make another series together? Absolutely, because they both need each other, and they're both all each other has. Who's going to be working with Shane Dawson in 2022? And who was working with Jeffree Star ever? Nobody. Nobody. I hate to be like shady, but I would love to know what Trisha Paytas thinks about this. I know she's in her spiritual, like, I'm not talking about anyone, but I know she got opinions on this. Trisha, unblock me on Twitter, hit me up in the DMs, let me know. Because I would love to know, because remember the big fallout with Trisha and Shane, one of the final nails in the coffin of Shane's career, which was already hanging on by a nail that was bent anyway because of Jeffree ruining it, was Trisha, the final knockout. When people sided with Trisha, and Trisha was in the right in this situation where Hair by Jay and Jeffree were bullying Trisha, and she brought it up to Shane, and Shane was like, why can't we all just be happy? And Trisha was like, you knew that your best friend has been making fun of me and you're doing nothing about it. And then Ryland got involved, and Trisha really was the last person to take down Shane's career. And again, that had to do with Jeffree Star, who was also the first reason that Shane's career started imploding on itself. But all they have is each other. So, is this surprising to me? No. Have the drama channels behind the scenes been saying that this is something that's going to be happening for the past couple months? Absolutely. Because we know how this works. We know that they depend on drama. They not only depend on drama, they both need and crave it. Especially Jeffree Star. So, this is not surprising to me. I do believe that they're probably going to post like 2 vlogs from the ranch, and then I do believe that by the end of the year they will be working on a series together. Mark my words. Mark my fucking words. Muckers, I want to know your opinion on this. We can talk about it below. Wow, we really are living in a loop of 2019, are we? Yep. We're back at the documentary era of Shane and Jeffree. Lord, put on your saddles, get on a yak. We have a long way to go. I love you, Mucker, and I will see you in my next one. Bye. Mwah.